One of the key ones is actually forward one. So forward and a front punch. It's very, very quick mid that travels very, very far. And he has a couple options he can do from it, including actually a grab attack. Another key one is forward 2, 1, 2, which is these dash-in punches. And he can actually link and do his command grab after it, or any other special move.
I absolutely love shoulder charges. I don't know why, but like, there's just something about shoulder charges that is awesome.
If you're a big guy in a fighting game, you pretty much need a shoulder bar.
Is it actually because you're not a big guy?
Probably.
So, okay, I'm just making sure.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, no problem.
I think you could still do a shoulder check if you wanted.
No, I would be horrible at it.
We just
People
saw
would be like, what are you doing?
Ken do it. It's a big guy staple is the body splash. The big body splash. Another interesting one is back 2-2, which is an old school like 80s wrestling double axe handle.
Clubbing blows.
Yeah, just a big ass clubbing blow. And his normal attacks actually use a lot of his sand powers. Like you can see his down 4. He goes into the ground and makes sand come up. And his hop attack, which is really cool.
Ooh.
He literally pounds sand.
Pounding sand.
And you can see his wake-up attack is very, very effective as an anti-air.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
a big sand explosion.
Yeah, Ken got me with that earlier.
So you can see for his normal attacks, he's pretty much just a bruiser. He just kind of goes to the mid-range and up close. Oh, that's a great point. I forgot that move. So he has 1-1-1 and then 1+3, which goes into this backbreaker.
Whoa.
And the last jab is actually an overhead, and he has low special moves that he can actually mix you up with. So the opponent's going to have to guess between a low special move which crushes them, or a backbreaker which crushes their back. It's a really big bummer of a mix-up.
Yeah, not going
There's
well.
not really a good choice there.
I mean, backbreakers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
excited?
If you're a fan of grapplers or wrestlers, I think Geras is definitely a character for you.
I mean, when I saw, a lot of things that I saw when I first saw him was just like, okay, this is definitely in the head. This is what I'm looking at.
One of my favorite things about the reveal event was Ultra David got to play to commentate with us, and he did an awesome job, by the way.
Yeah.
And I walked up to the character select, showed him the game, and like, well, here's your main. And he was like, yeah, this is my main.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
So let's go into his special moves
Take a
because
look.
they're very unique. First off, his command grab is actually, he runs and grabs you. Like, it's actually distanced. And now, if you're mid-screen, he'll throw you as long as he can, then let you go. But if you do it closer to the wall, see what happens, because it's a barrel of fun.
Oh,
You were like a pixel
why did you
off.
reset?
Yeah. To get the run, man.
All right, all right.
Boom.
That's just terrible. The way that he slowly walks away is the best part.
I like the way the victim slumps off. Ugh.
So would you say that Geras has some quarter carry capabilities?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on for him.
So that's his
Absolutely.
command grab. The opponent can actually duck it, but you can see that I think it'll even hit from the start of the round.
I think you need to be just a step in, like a micro step.
So his other kind of typical special move is his big fist, his big sand fist. This is an awesome string ender. Like, it's a way to end strings safely. It's safe on block. It is a high, so if it's not a block string, like a safe block string, you can actually duck. Like, if he does a poke into it, you can actually interrupt it. But for the most part, when you're going to use it, it's going to be safe. And that's just kind of, you push him away, you get damage, you stay safe. But then we'll go into more of his, kind of what I was talking about, his wacky trap moves. First off, he has a sand trap. This does not auto-track you. You have to either do close, medium, or far, but it's one of a really good move to keep them out. He can kind of use that in the mid-range and predict that they're going to jump into it. He can use it far away if he thinks they're going to try to throw a projectile or they're going to try to do one of their long-range normals. It's one of those moves that just kind of controls space, and he's saying, stop, stop.
And it seems pretty fast, too.
It is super fast. There's no way, only Paulo would claim he can react to that. Paulo would use it for glue. Everyone else, you gotta like look for it. Now the thing is, to keep it balanced, is like I said, he has to know, is it close, medium, or far? So he's got to predict where they are, and they got to predict where he's gonna do it. Another good space control move is his actual time stop, where he will actually...
One of my favorite moves right now for the characters that we've revealed.
It's extremely clever. So from about mid-range, he can do this, and it has like the hitbox like an aura around him, and the opponent is totally frozen and does not react to anything until it's out, but they will take the damage. So you can actually see he can do an uppercut, and it won't knock them away. They just take real chunky damage, and then once the time stops over, they then react, and he can actually get combo.
And you may have mentioned this. it takes a bar.
Yes, it
And
actually
this is a
takes
move
stamina.
that isn't amplified.
Correct.
It takes a bar regardless.
What
Yes.
more could you do to that move? Right? Like,
Yeah.
You also cannot 2-in-1 into it, so he cannot use it to like do easy combos. But it's a great punisher. It's a high risk move, but it's super high reward.
I've had a lot of fun doing it on jump ins.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, come on.
That's so good.
All right.
Oh.
So we made three loadouts just like Cabal, and they're kind of themed, and I'd like to talk about them. So this one we have up. This is.
Well,
Go back to one. Okay, so this one is our
That's
sand-based
too
one. I gave him space control sand moves. So he's going to have a sand trap that lays on the ground, quicksand, and that will actually slow their movement. Or they get sucked in.
Right.
We'll see it in about 2 seconds.
You have a lot of fun creating these.
Yes, I always do. All right, so this one will push them in. And this, you can already imagine, if you're a grappler, you know what this would be used for.
Yep.
They literally are forced to come into his grapple position. So he can be using his quicksand moves to control space. The opponent is sitting there, they're scared of the command grab. You put that out, and they literally come to be, and they have no choice. The second move we gave him is Sand Pillar, which is very similar to Sand Trap, except it goes up the length of the sky. He still has to do close, medium, and far, and that'll actually pop them up. And what's super cool is the amplified version. Puts it on a timer. You can actually see the hourglass. There you go. And when that's up, pillar comes out. So the idea here is put the hourglass out, then you do his other moves, and the opponent, if they dare to go in, that delayed thing is going to pop them up.
They're always worried that that's going to
Exactly.
happen.
Yeah, so that is an awesome space control one. And the final one we gave him here is his sand trap changes, and it's actually projectile immune when he's doing it. So you do the normal sand trap.
Oh, that's actually another.
That's a different. What is the one in this then?
I don't remember. This might be it for this loadout.
Is that 3 moves?
no, that was just 2.
Yeah. What are we forgetting?
I don't know. It's my first day.
Yeah, it's the first day on
It's
the
my
job,
first
Steve.
day, man.
All right, that's brutal.
Moving on. Moving on.
Can we edit that?
No, we're live. Do it live.
Okay.
Wait,
all right.
Fix it in post.
Wait, this is live?
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Moving on.
All right. We have 5 seconds to think of it. What was it?
The one with the sand.
Yeah. What's the third sand move?
Moving on to
Time to
2.
turn
All
back
right,
time.
two.
We cannot turn back
Yeah,
time.
we cannot. I really wish I was Geras right now.
Yeah, would be nice.
All right, so turn back time. This is only going to have one ability because it's a 3-shot ability because it is the coolest, most OD OP move in the history of fighting games. I love this move. He actually can bank the last 4 seconds and completely rewind time.
It's awesome.
So, here is the classic example. Let's say he screws up and he whiffs his command grab, and he's sitting there, oh no! If the opponent goes to punish it, he can actually reverse time while he's in a hit reaction.
That's awesome.
Like if Sub-Zero is actually doing like 2-1-2 to him, he can rewind.
I would point out that if you watch in the left side there, this one is a little different than most moves. This actually takes 100% of his defensive stamina to do.
Yes,
that
that's
seems pretty powerful.
Yeah,
It's very
so
powerful.
You
but,
get
yeah.
access to literally the most game-changing move ever made, but there are a lot of caveats, and you're going to have to think about that. You cannot use any other ability if you use this. So, and there are some that are also 2 slots. So, if you want to play a very safe Geras that's going to be super conservative, and you're going to use this to erase mistakes, you're giving up a lot to do it. But it is very, very strong, and I think that's one of the cool things about the variation system.
It's so awesome.
It's definitely one of the cooler moves, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Sadly, you can't get super meta and rewind yourself rewinding doing it to give your meter back.
That's true. You cannot do that.
Wow, you're thinking like 87 steps ahead.
That's pretty deep. I know.
While I think of it, let's check out his forward throw, because it's amazing.
Oh.
And let's check out his fatal blow, because its into is also extremely, extremely juicy.
You know, I don't think I believe Ken that he's just as fast as Steve.
It's my first day. Be nice.
All right, so his super into has tons of range and is super fast, and he actually sucks you in. So let's go for it. I didn't even think that would hit, and it did.
Yeah, my spacing. I don't know if you can talk about that.
I've always said it.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. At least someone defends me.
All right, so let's go to loadout 3.
Steve would have been there already. Moving on.
Oh my
just
god.
saying.
There's no dealing with you. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, that's the life you live.
So loadout 3, I decided to make a melee-based one. So the first thing I did was I actually replaced his command grab with a choke slam, which is a hit throw. Now, one thing about Geras is he's not really like a combo master. He doesn't have a lot of pop-ups, but with this, he does. He can amplify it, and instead of throwing him on the spikes, he throws him into the sand portal and then gets a full combo. So, while you're giving up your key way of opening people up, you instead get a massive combo string that you can use to punish things or just use it in the neutral. And so if you're not really a grappler guy, but you think Geras looks really
awesome.
cool,
Right.
this is a great choice for you.
Great news for you. Here's the move that you were looking for earlier. The projectile immune sand trap.
Yes, so if you're getting zoned out badly, normally when you do the sand trap, when he's going into the animation, you can hit him out. Like if Sub-Zero had done the freeze, he'll still get frozen. But with this version, he's actually projectile immune once he's sinking in. So it's great for anti-zoning. And he does a great Kali chop, so that makes me super
The
happy.
chop is fantastic.
Yeah, the chop is tremendous. Look at the way their body goes. Like, just get out of here, like garbage. And then lastly, this gives him a souped-up big punch. He's actually able to charge it. And the longer he charges it, the more damage it's going to do. And what's cool is it's actually stored. He can charge it up a couple of levels, let it go back to fighting, and the next time he uses it, it remembers how much it was charged. So he could kind of charge it up, make it do a lot more damage, not actually use it, go back to playing it, charge it up a little bit more, and then when he finally wants to cash in, boom. That was a lot of damage. So that's an even bigger fist.
Awesome.
So he's got a big fist and then a bigger fist.
So just like Cabal, it's how do you want to play? Do you want to just go in with forward 1 and charge up your big fist and cash in for big damage and get big combos with your choke slam?
Right.
Do you want to play the grappling style where you use the quicksand to like control their movement? Or do you want to make sure all your mistakes can be rewind time and you use the rewind time move?
I make a lot of mistakes, so I'm just saying the rewind time makes me feel better inside.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing that he does is takes time off the match.
Yeah, well,
Like-
that's another thing too.
Yeah, there's moves we didn't even talk about, and that's a great example.
It's
He can
so dirty.
literally take 30 seconds off the clock.
Right.
Or the other way, he can actually add
Right.
30 seconds back onto the clock. So if Derek's trying to timer